Hey guys, so in this video I will be sharing a recap on Peng Joon's segment in the National Achievers Congress 2018 in Singapore. If you guys haven't caught the video of why you should or should not be going to National Achievers Congress, do check out my other video. So Peng Joon was talking about sales funnels and why everybody needs a sales funnels to 10x their business. So some interesting stuff that he shared about was that he actually created 623 websites. So all these websites is basically generating for him income. The most common way of generating income for him is actually through this way called affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is a situation where you are trying to promote somebody else's products. So what you have to do is you actually just generate a sale, a lead, to another person's product. They will actually have the sales brochure, they will have the content, they will have the fulfillment. So by doing this way of marketing, you actually don't need a lot of money to start up from. So incidentally, how he got into it was he actually started by creating an info product. Back then when World of Warcraft was very popular, he was actually just a gamer. He enjoyed playing the game, and what he did was, hey, why not compile a book on strategies for World of Warcraft and sell it? So that was actually his first touch into info marketing, info product marketing, where he created a product, other people helped to market for him. So that actually made him quite a fair bit of money. And one of the biggest takeaway that he says here is that sometimes you just have to keep doing, because if you keep chasing on different things or many different subject areas, you actually don't get enough traction where you actually start to make money. So he was sharing that at one point where he did a video series where he traveled to US and he did affiliate marketing on a new account from day one, where he started with zero income, and I think within a month he actually got it to about 8 to 10k USD worth of affiliate marketing income. So that's purely by creating traffic, by promoting leads and promoting other people's products into a funnel. So one of his key message in this discussion, in this particular seminar piece, was that sales funnels is a way to 10x a business. So the way he says it, that it's not really just about info products, or you could even be a brick and mortar business, you could be an internet marketing business, you could be an e-commerce business. Sales funnels is something that everybody needs to do. So personally for my business, some of you would know that I do sales funnels for a living basically. So in sales funnels, you basically have to go all in. You cannot be dabbling. You need to focus on one funnel, build it up before you talk about walking away. So he talks about the difference between a website and a funnel. So a website, a corporate website, he says that it's very similar to going to a mall and giving out brochures and hoping that someone will buy. Same for a website. Basically, you're creating a website and you hope people will actually find your content, go through your content and find something that's interesting before they contact you. Whereas a sales funnel, according to him, a sales funnel is actually getting your best salesperson to talk and share value with people such that they only see the best, they only see the message, and by the time they actually come and purchase, they are already sold more or less. So he's talking about in his companies, he runs a company based in Malaysia. He says that he has tons of marketing people, but he actually doesn't have a salesperson. The reason is because he creates a lot of these resources, content marketing, sales funnel to actually do the selling for him. So eventually the only kind of inquiries, the only kind of calls that he gets are basically from hot prospects, warm prospects. So by having a sales funnel, you're actually trying to bring people through a process by giving them information, giving the value, letting them know what is a company about before they actually want to buy. And by the time they actually do buy, they are more likely to open a wallet and you don't really have to convince them to buy. So he talks about 3 strategies on building a sales funnel. Number 1 is that the person who can pay the most to acquire a customer wins. What this means is that if I am willing to pay $10 to acquire a customer and someone else is willing to pay $5 to acquire a customer, I am more likely to get all the customers. The second way is to build a funnel to share more about the product. So the reason is that when you want to build a funnel, you're actually creating this automation system. The last is actually to get proven traffic by seeing what your competitors is doing. So to me, when I read this, he actually has a book called the Content Multiplier Formula, and another book called Platform Closing. To me, what I found was that a lot of this is actually modeled after the original book called Expert Secrets. This is actually a book by Russell Brunson. Interestingly, I actually found out about this book through Peng Joon. So Peng Joon was promoting this book, and eventually Peng Joon became the top affiliate to promote this book. I'll actually share the link for this book below. It is actually a must read. Personally, I have read this book at least 6 times. So the 3 strategies, if you read Expert Secrets, you find that it actually falls into a very interesting format. The 2 questions that he says that all businesses need to ask is, how much is a customer worth? So this is some questions that he talks about likened to Shark Tank, where number 1, you need to know how much is the customer worth to you? What is the long-term value of this customer? Is it only worth $10? Is it worth $100 in a lifetime? So the second questions you want to ask is that how much does it cost for you to acquire a customer? So the way you put it is that it's actually about simple math. If a customer is worth $10 to you and it costs $2 to acquire a customer, then you actually can spend a lot of $2 to acquire this $10 customer. In fact, that's where you look at the scale and measurement, where he says the person who can pay the most will acquire the most customers. So for example, he actually has the book, like I mentioned, Content Multiplier Formula and Platform Closing. So for those of you who are not too familiar, the book basically he's selling at free plus shipping, meaning you don't have to pay for the book, it's $0. Shipping is typically about US $15. So the question that he asked was that, is that all that the lifetime value of the customer is? Is it only worth $15? But in fact, what he did was he actually showed us his funnel, where he shows that the top part of the funnel is really about the book. So the book costs US $15, but there is an upsell one where you subscribe into his program, and there's an upsell too. So when you look at this funnel, he was saying that the basic average cut value of a customer is US $90. So if your cut value is US $90, that is the value of the customer to you if there is no more recurring sale after that. So what he says that if you are looking at US $90 being the average value of the customer, then the cost of acquisition can even be up to $89 for you to acquire such a customer. So by understanding this math numbers, where your average cut value of the customer, you raise it by having upsell products, then you know what's the cost of acquisition to acquire the customer. It's all about scaling up. So one phrase that I've heard of is that if you pay $5 and get back $10, how many $5 will you pay? So the answer would be you spend as many $5 as you can, because you will get as many $10 back. So he talks about this is by having this funnel process, after doing automation, after doing optimization, it is really a license to print money basically. So the message that he was sharing at the end is really the idea of why is it the most powerful. It's simply because anybody can do this. Affiliate marketing is a way that is low cost, high profit for everybody. It is really an automated passive income, because your sales funnel is not dependent on the person, it is running on internet, and there is really no limits of how much you can earn from this program. So towards the end part, he was talking a little bit more about his intensive program that he will be holding later in the year. So he talks about how even businesses that's different, for example, people who sell tractors, people who run brick and mortar stores, can also apply a sales funnel. Personally, like I said, I do sales funnel for a living, and I truly believe that sales funnel is something that all businesses should have. So by having a sales funnel, you're actually doing that pre-selling, so that when your salesperson actually goes to the customer, he really doesn't need to do a lot of things. So the last part is basically he was talking about the 5-step program. So his 5-step program in his breakthrough seminar that he's holding later in the year is, number 1, you need to identify what is the big idea. From your product, from your strategy, what is this big idea that you want to talk about. So the example he talks about here is about Tim Ferriss' 4-hour work week. So Tim Ferriss has a book about 4-hour work week, where essentially if you look at the book, it is actually about outsourcing. So if he has called it outsourcing secrets instead of 4-hour work week, the book probably wouldn't have been such a bestseller. But by identifying that, hey, there's this line, 4-hour work week, that is a big idea of the entire team, it actually got a lot of customers, a lot of people interested. So step 1, identify what is the big idea about your product. Step 2, build your funnel. By building a funnel, then you can talk about where do you want to generate traffic from and what's your product at the end. So number 3 is then choosing, after from your funnel and the big idea, what is the product you want to promote. So you could be selling your own product. This could be content that you're creating, courses that you're creating, or even just some OEM products, physical products that you're selling, or you could be promoting other people's products. So step 4 is really to get targeted traffic. As I mentioned, after you have the funnel, you have the product, you want to talk about the traffic at the front. So his basic strategy is a lot of direct response traffic. So this is basically through Facebook, through Google Ads, whatever. You're trying to get traffic that directly responds to your ad before looking at branding traffic to basically increase your brand awareness. Step 5 is basically to automate. Automation is through having systems and through having outsourcing to people to have this done for you. So one thing that he talks about it is that it's really not about the money and it's about the lifestyle, because it's a lot of what Tim Ferriss talks about. It's not so much of, can this make you a millionaire? It could probably make you a millionaire, but it's really about, are you going to spend 24 hours a day, or are you going to spend 4 hours a day or 10 hours a day? How do you create systems that makes it easier for you to earn income from the internet? And his favorite line that he ends off with is, choose good habits over talent. Because habits is something that is within our control, but talent is something that can be learned. So I found that his affiliate marketing is something that I personally want to go into a lot. Peng Joon has shared quite a lot of secrets over here. My suggestion to you guys is, number 1, do get this book. It's very good for internet marketing. It's very good for even e-commerce. It's very good for building your tribe. If you're going to be talking about certain themes like maybe eco-friendly or women empowerment or finance, personal finance, this is a really good book. I'll put a link below once again. His course, I believe, is going to run sometime in August, September. So do share with me, do you guys do affiliate marketing? Is it something that you guys know about? Is it something strange to you guys? What do you think of the word affiliate marketing or the idea of having automated income? What are the different ways that you guys are looking at? And will you guys look to get a course on affiliate marketing in the next couple of months? So do check out the next few videos. I'll be sharing more on the different speakers in National Achievers Congress. Take care.